Hi, crafty friends. This is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Michigan. Welcome to my channel. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you're going to be here. Today, I wanted to play with this brand new Party Puffin set. And I assumed that they were like penguins, but apparently they're not. But anyways, when I saw this little present, I thought, oh, it would be great if he thought that in his mind. Like, I'm hoping I get a present. So I wanted to use the speech bubble from Snailed It. Like, ooh, I want a fish for my present. I didn't realize that the speech bubble had a die. I should have, but I just didn't realize it. I would have used it, but I think it turned out pretty well without. I'm going to be playing with patterns. Ha ha ha. DSP. It's a 6x6 set. It's in the annual catalog that's going through May 3rd. So if you haven't picked up this cute little set, you might want to grab this DSP. I really thought it was fun. Lots of fun colors, especially fun for a birthday card. So let me tell you what's in this particular DSP, the colors. And I wanted to show you, this is the sketch we're kind of going to be playing with. All right, so Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, which I thought it was Pool Party, but that's my fault. Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, Purple Posy, and Whisper White. So for Purple Posy, I just stamped off on Heather Highland, but I did use the Purple Posy alcohol dyes, alcohol markers. Sorry, alcohol dyes. That's kind of funny. So I'm just going to play out with my layout here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to play with my layout of my cutie little birds. Really, they look like penguins, all right? I mean, but they're not. But they kind of look like penguins. They color the same. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So I decided to flip it. And then I did stamp this with a acrylic block, but it didn't turn out so great. So I figured I'd better grab out my Stamparatus. And so I'm just putting this down. Now, silly me, I decide here to, when I make this straight, I'm like, oh, the candles must be straight. But the candles are not supposed to be straight on this particular, so my plate is off. Oh, well, you know what? It is what it is. They're on snow or something. Wherever puffkins play, that's where they're at. And so I'm going to stamp out these cute little guys who are going to be singing, or this one little guy who's going to be singing happy birthday to this other little guy whose really wish is a cute little wrapped up fish. Ugh, I'm not a fish person. I wanted to show you really quickly how you can do the opposite stamping, like reverse stamping, like if you want your your puffin to look one way and he's looking the other. I have a little gel plate here. I think this is from Jelly Arts. And I'm just going to stamp him on my gel press and push him down. And look, I have a different looking puffin. Now, my gel plate, this little tiny one, is brand spanking new. I haven't used this one before, so it has some mineral oil on it. So it's not going to get a really clear impression. It's also not going to get exactly as dark. It just, whenever you do the backwards, it's just not as perfect. But this looks like Misty Moonlight. You also do not want to press super hard. All you really have to do is lay it on top and let it transfer. Really, that's enough ink. And when you lay it down, there you go. Like I said, this has mineral oil on it. So, it's going to be a little bit sketchy until you work with it and get all that mineral oil off. I also wanted to let you know that you do need to clean it in between each time you stamp it, because watch, I'm going to stamp it down here and there's still ink on it. Get a second ghost print on it. So that's always fun. I also wanted to let you know that it could stain. My Obsidian Black ink, the hybrid ink, absolutely stained. So that's why I was showing you the dye ink. It stained a little bit, but for me, it's a tool, so it's not that big of a deal. And it's not like you couldn't see through it, through the stain. So if I had to use it several times, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But I wanted to let you know that that was a very quick and easy way and inexpensive way. I think I got those 3 for like $9 or something. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can get a small little gel plate for hardly anything. And that's a great way, and it just is, it's so nice and easy to reverse your stamps. But I wanted these cute little guys to be looking at each other today. And so here I am coloring this up with Coastal Cabana. Really? It's Calypso Coral, not Coastal Cabana, and some pumpkin pie, and then Purple Posy and crushed curry. Now, I had Night of Navy on my palm. Don't ask me how it got there. It just did. So I cut it out, at the bottom as much as possible, and then I used my white gel pen, to kind of fix up the mistake. It looks okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks okay. So, like I said, I would have popped this up. I really would have. It would have looked cute popped up. But I didn't even think about looking what dies were in the Snailed It set. I haven't played with it yet. That was a last minute purchase because it was so stinking cute. I know it's going through June, but I don't think it's staying around past June 30th. So if you want it, you need to get your hands on it. Super cute set, just like this one. This particular set is in the brand new catalog. I did not stamp this very well. So I could have really used the die here, but thankfully I colored it up, and then I used my black. Good heavens. I mean, words are just like not coming out of my brain. They're coming out weird. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm going to use my black Jelly Roll gel pen. Say that a few times fast. And then I'm just going to trace over it, and it looks great. I mean, looks perfect. So I was really excited about that. I'm going to do something here and then here I go in with Pool Party because I'm thinking a dead cold fish. Blue, right? I mean, blue. Well, that makes sense to me. I don't know. I don't eat fish. Fish and I don't agree. So, I mean, fish are pretty in salt water, and that's all. I don't want to talk about eating them. Ugh. I like other seafood, but not fish. And then I'll just use a little wink of Stella because I didn't know, this is kind of looking I'm glad I didn't have a card, just these two little guys. So I'm glad I decided to make it a card sketch and only have this 3x5. Now I'm going to cut this down to I think it was 3 1/4 by 5, and I think I'm going to cut it down to 3x5. So, because it takes up too much of a 5x7 card. So here's where I'm thinking they're floating and they need to have a little bit of ground, but I never do this right. So I took a little bit of smoky slate and a blender pen, and I gave them a little bit of a shadow. I think I could live without it. I think it takes away from the card. I'd love to know what you guys think. How do you get past they're floating in space? Because, I don't know. Maybe I'm just really bad at shadows. Ugh, yuck. Okay, so now I'm going to take this really pretty Calypso Coral. It really is Calypso Coral, even though it looks really orange right now. And then I'll cut a little mat, a teeny tiny itty bitty teeny little mat, just like 1/8 of an inch larger than my little panel here of my puffins. I mean, it would be cute if they were penguins, right? Who knew they were puffins? I just thought they were longer feet. Anyways, so I'll cut that down one more time because, it's not perfect. And I'll play with this for quite a while. I'm sorry you have to watch this, but I'm weird. I mean, every time that I tear something up, I'm thinking no one would ever see that 1 millimeter off. I mean, there's just no way. Then I'll take some crushed curry and use that as, what am I using this as? My base panel. My base panel? Yeah, my base panel. Look at how bright and sunshiny that is. And then I'll take these playing with patterns and cut them up. But here as I'm like, oh, I want to get as much off of my little top as I can. I want to make this as small as I can because I want some banners underneath, right? Like the like the sketch has. So here we go. I'm still playing with this to make sure that it's perfect. Ugh, I don't know how you guys put up with me. Thank you very, very much. I'm so close to 500 subscribers. You guys are spoiling me rotten. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, like the 80% of you that are watching, I would love it if you would subscribe. I haven't been out of bed in 6 days. And the only reason I got out of bed was to do this video. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you who subscribe and watch these videos because I could have stayed in bed another 6 days. But I'm going to cut these little strips at 1 inch, and then I'm going to use my my pick-a-punch to make little banners out of these. Now, I decided to go with only 3 for a few minutes here. I'll go with 5 in a second, but yeah, I just need a little something against the top, and this is the purple posy sheet I pulled out. I don't know what I was going to do with that. It was so crinkly, but oh well. I'll cut this down, and I thought maybe it needs a little bow or some ribbon or twine. Maybe. Let me know what you guys think about ribbon and twine on all of your cards too. So I'm just going to cut this at 6 3/4. Oh, and sorry about that. And then cut my card base, which is here. I'm like, oh wait, I can't cut a base like that. And I cut my card bases as a 5x7 card, so that makes it 10x7 and scored at 5 inches on the long. And if you don't want to open up your little arm, you just cut off 1 inch from the short side and 1.5 inches from the long side, and you've got your card base. Yes, it does take up a little bit more paper, but I'm obsessed with making 5x7s, and there's no way you could make anything so cute without a 5x7 card. I mean, it's just sometimes cards look better in an A2, but I really prefer the 5x7. All right, so let's gather our little bits together, shall we? Again, that's Coastal Cabana. Good gravy! Let's try this again. Calypso Coral and crushed curry. There's no Coastal Cabana anywhere except for on the DSP, a tiny bit. So when I say Coastal Cabana again, just, go, Amanda, knock it off. So again, I am trying to get this perfect. And then I'm like, just pull it up, Amanda, scooch it over, right? Do the right thing. Don't just play with your new nails. Yes, I put on some Color Street nails. I'm really excited. They worked out really well. And I think they look pretty good. And I did it by myself. And that's a feat. I'm telling you, I can't paint my own nails, let alone, I never thought I could do this by myself. So I just wanted something pretty on my nails so you didn't have to see my dirty nails all the time. Because, let's face it, I am in ink all the time. And my nails are not white or clear or whatever you would call them. They're just gunky. But anyways, so you know that I'm almost out of these so I could get my dimensionals back. I've got to order some of those. Yes, I'm so excited to get real dimensionals. And then I'll just put this crushed curry cabana. This crushed curry panel on my basic white card base. It's just 1/4 inch smaller. So 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And my little Party Puffins here. Do you think this purple, is it okay? Does it go with this yellow and Coastal Cabana? I did it again. Calypso Coral. Does it? I don't use Calypso Coral ever. It's always Coastal Cabana. You guys know. I mean, it's always Coastal Cabana. So is it okay with this purple? Is it okay? You think it's okay? I mean, is it weird? Looks a little weird. It's okay, right? Because I mean, those colors, that's what the DSP was. So it must obviously look okay, right? Right? It's going to be fine. I like my little guys. I like my little, him dreaming, please let me get a fish for my birthday. Do you guys read that when, like, please, I just want a birthday fish. That's all I want. All right. So here it is. I'm going to pop this up. Add my cute little banners below it. I'm really sorry that this DSP is going away. I had so much fun playing with it. But I have plenty left. So I'll be making a few of these cards. I think they're cute. They're good for anyone that, is not so serious. Sometimes you give a serious card. Other times you give a cute little, haha, it's your birthday. And then I decided here I needed the 5. This looks a little bit unbannery. Looks too not fun, too uncelebratory, too something. So, we'll just add our cute little banners in. And here I'm trying to find the one with some some calypso coral in it so that you can see it. Oh my gosh. I'm really not redoing this voiceover, guys, because I think this is hilarious. I don't know that I've ever had this many missteps with my colors. I'm pretty, never mind. Okay, so we'll just stick these down. Now, I was brave. I was really brave because I used my Stampin' Seal Plus here. Did I mention that I can't find my Stamping Seal regular? It's somewhere in my very messy desk. My husband came downstairs because I thought that I would change my craft room around and videotape from another area. He's like, good gravy, this room is a mess. I'm like, this is my room, so I can leave it this way. I mean, there's just a mess as everywhere. I can't find anything. But as I was saying, so I had to use my Stampin' Seal Plus on these little banners, and I was pretty, because I didn't mark anything. I just put them down. I was being brave, and I didn't even put them back up. So, woohoo! Notice that I did not put that twine that I thought about putting. I completely forgot, and that's the truth. I just forgot until I'm editing. I'm like, wait, what happened to that twine? Yeah, it's not there. And here I'm thinking, okay, it needs a sentiment. Does it really need a sentiment? I mean, because, it's like, a birthday card. How could you not know it's a birthday card? So I'm like, well, I'll just put Make-A-Wish here. I'm like, wait a minute. What about all those times that they do the sentiment over and over and over again? I've never done it. I can't do it because I'm not I can't do random because it doesn't look random. It looks messy, but I'm going to do it. So I tried it out in Versamark first, and the Versamark didn't show up at all. So I get my Heather Highland out here, and I know that I have to stamp off. So I'm saying, stamp off, Amanda, stamp off. Look, I'm going to stamp off, and then full strength. So I'm like, okay, so that's my sentiment at full strength. And then here is my Make-A-Wish in the background. What do you think? Is there like a secret to having random stamping that looks good? Because mine never looks good. I mean, look, it looks like a straight line here. I hate random stamping, but I think this is a cute enough card, and most of it's going to be covered up that, you know what? I liked my idea. It might not have been executed perfectly, but I thought it was a cute idea. What do you think? I'd love to know the secret to random stamping. Please let me know in the comment section below. Do you start in the middle? Do you start on the end? What do you do to do random stamping that's just perfect? Whenever I go to one of those classes, because I love to go to classes with other people crafting, and they're like random stamping, I'm like, oh, I need help because I can't do random stamping at all. All right, I'm going to finish up with some rhinestones. I could have done the twine. I like the clear rhinestones. A little bit of Wink of Stella. What do you think? Anything else? Let me know what you think about this card. If it's fun. If you thought these puffins were really just a name of a penguin. If you would do something different about random stuff, just comment below, guys. You know what? I love chit-chatting with you guys. Also, there's some sequins that you can use that is rolling over. If I was brave, I'd use some really bold sequins, but I'm not. All right. Have a very good day. Have a blessed day. You guys are a huge blessing to me, and I thank you for being here. And I will see you on the next video.